Hey, good evening, everyone from the USA, all over the world, plus Canada, all over the world, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, aka the Gregonator, aka the Unstoppable Independent Podcaster, YouTuber, host with the most, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you're tuning in, listening, and rocking with the 117th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. And we got a jam packed show for you today. And first and foremost, we are live and direct from StreamYard, YouTube, and alongside with myself is the Instagram live of the podcast page for the show that I'm using. So make sure you guys turn your notifications on the gram, especially do the same with all the other pages, which I will mention at the end of the show. So there you go. Now, if you guys are new to the channel and new listeners, welcome to the show. And you miss any previous episodes whatsoever, feel free to do some catching up. And don't worry, every episode is already posted and I got you back. Now, you can go ahead and grab the subscribe button for me. Alongside with that, make sure you also click the noti bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Share the videos, share the episodes, download your favorite episodes, and I'll handle the rest at the end of the show. All right. Um Now I do want to go into a little something like I always do in the beginning of the show. So we're gonna go into a little thing that I like to call mental health check-in. Now, how I'm doing mentally, physically, and spiritually, you ask? Well, for the most part, mentally, I'm putting all the pieces together, not just with my health, but with trying to figure some things out. Not just not just on trying to improve the show or whatnot, but you know trying so hard not to like compare myself to other people and stuff. Um, and for the most part, physically and spiritually, I am doing fine. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I know the weather sometimes can be a little bit of a bipolar chameleon sometimes, which I get. Hopefully, we don't get any more snow because March is around the corner. So let's hope not, though. But um, so that was a little quick mental health check-in. Now we're gonna go to another segment that I like to call chatting on the jazz. Yes, our first topic. Hold on a second. Our first topic has to do with four men who is being charged. For those of you who may not know what I'm talking about here, I'll fill you in. You guys probably remember. You guys probably remember episodes ago. I talked about the passing of Michael K. Williams. Now, I've been saving this for a while, so let's talk about it. Now, four men face charges They were members of the drug distribution crew that supplied a deadly mix of drugs to Michael K. Williams, the renowned actor from The Wire who overdosed just hours after buying fentanyl laced heroin in a sidewalk deal recorded on surveillance video. All four were arrested Tuesday and are accused of distributing fentanyl laced heroin of the kind that caused the death of Williams, who gained fame playing Omar Little on the HBO series that portrayed drug crews like the one authorities say the four defendants belong to. Three of the defendants are accused of belonging to the crew that sold to Williams and made initial appearances Wednesday in Manhattan federal court. A crew member accused of handing Williams the drugs, Irvin Cartagena, yeah, Irvin Cartagena was also charged with causing the actor's death and was arrested in Puerto Rico, authorities said. Hmm. Yeah. Um yeah, that was pretty dumb. And his initial court appearance is scheduled for Thursday in Puerto Rico, and it was not immediately clear who would represent him or who could comment on his behalf. Michael K. Williams' death, star of The Wire and Lovecraft Country, dead at age 54. The arrests were announced in a news release from U.S. Attorney Damian Williams and New York City Police Commissioner Keechant Sewell. The U.S. Attorney said the crimes and charges resulted from a public health crisis. And it has to stop. Deadly opioids like fentanyl and heroin don't care about who you are or what you've accomplished. They just feed addiction and lead to tragedy, the prosecutor said. Sewell said police detectives in Brooklyn lived this case, never relenting in their investigation until they could bring a measure of justice to Michael K. Williams and his family. New York City's medical examiner earlier ruled that Williams, age 54, died of acute drug intoxication September 6, 2021, which was last year. Relatives found him dead in his penthouse apartment, which took place in Brooklyn. At that time, the medical examiner's office ruled Williams' death an accident. Michael K. Williams' last role after imbuing tender spirit on the set of last movie, um, 892 director says. But according to court papers, Williams' death resulted from drugs sold by a drug trafficking organization known as DTO that has operated since at least August 2020 in Brooklyn's Williamsburg neighborhood. Members of the organization sold the actor heroin laced with fentanyl September 5th, 2021. Authorities said in a criminal complaint with Cartagena handing Williams the drugs in the transaction captured on nearby surveillance video, screenshots of which were released by authorities. The video showed that Williams met Cartagena and other people a block from his apartment the day before his body was found, according to the complaint. Williams talked with the group, and one of the people placed his hand on Williams' shoulder to show he recognized him, according to the complaint. Williams then appeared to speak with Cartagena, who walked around a row of trash cans, retrieved a plastic bag, and handed it to Williams, the court paper said. Yeah. Um, the man continued to sell fentanyl laced heroin in broad daylight amid apartment buildings in Brooklyn and Manhattan, even after knowing that Williams had died from one of their products, authorities said. The others charged were identified as Hector Robles, age 57, Luis Cruz, age 56, and Carlos Massey, age 70, all of Brooklyn. Their lawyers did not immediately return messages seeking comment. It wasn't clear whether they were the men seen in the surveillance video. All three were ordered detained at their initial court appearances. Federal prosecutors reviewed the suspects had been under surveillance even before the actor's fatal overdose. For months, a paid informant working for the NYPD had been making controlled buys of heroin on the same block where Williams purchased his drugs. An undercover police officer made one buy just days before the actor copped his fatal dose. Um, Court papers said. The vials of drugs found with Williams when his body was discovered bore the same label AAA insurance as the vials purchased by the officer. The day after the actor's death, um, the NYPD's informant went back to buy more drugs from the same group, recording a conversation in which some members of the crew talked about Williams' overdose. One denied selling any drugs containing fentanyl. The conspiracy charges against all four carry a mandatory minimum of 5 years in prison and a maximum sentence of 40 years. The charge against Cartagena, accusing him of causing the actor's death, carries a mandatory minimum of 20 years in prison and a maximum of life. Cartagena had been arrested in February 2021 on state drug charges in Brooklyn after selling 4 small waxy paper bags to an undercover investigator, according to a federal complaint against him. At the time, he was on pretrial release from a gun charge arrest in August 2020. He pleaded guilty August 26, 2021 to disorderly conduct in both crimes and was sentenced to time served, the complaint read. Williams' Sticker Boy All My Little on the Wire is a fictionalized look at the underpinnings of Baltimore that ended in 2008 but remains popular in streaming, was based on real life figures. He created another classic character as Chalky White in HBO's Broadwalk, no Boardwalk Empire, and appeared in the films 12 Years a Slave and Assassin's Creed. He has spoken frankly in interviews about his experiences with addiction. Yeah, I'm actually glad that they actually caught these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you know, the way drug dealers are actually doing these things, you know, to make a quick buck, like fentanyl and heroin and stuff. To be honest, to be honest with you, that sounds like an enabler, and that sounds like an enabler and a junkie. But I want to actually hold on. Let me Let me explain the difference between an enabler and a junkie. Let's um let's figure this out. Give me one moment. Okay, the difference between an enabler and a junkie. Okay. Let's see. So, let's see. Um hold on. Hang on a second. Actually, let's define what an enabler is. Hold on. Let's let's find out what that is. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, let's find out what that is. So, okay, so an enabler is a person or thing that makes something possible. The people who run these workshops are crime enablers. A person who encourages or enables negative or self destructive behavior in another. Being an enabler to an addict does more harm than good. Now, let's go to um, the definition of a junkie. Now, a junkie is basically a drug addict, a person with a compulsive habit or obsessive dependency on something. Now, Now, I know a lot of people have been on a fence on the word junkie, but I wanted to educate myself and you guys out there that's actually listening out there all over the world, and of course the USA and five boroughs and stuff. So, I didn't want to second guess myself on the whole situation. So So there you have it on the difference between a junkie and a enabler. So there you go right there. Um okay, so our next story um our next story has to do with I always want to actually, another thing that I want to educate myself on is the difference between, of course, there's a difference between real facts and alternative facts. I've been waiting to actually do this actually. So just okay. So let's define real facts right here. Let's define real facts. Okay. So real facts has something that actually exists. Reality, truth. Your fears have no basis in fact. A truth known by actual experience or observation, something known to be true, and of course, um, let's see. So let me just see. Hold on a second. Okay, so another definition for a real fact is i- used for saying what is really true when this is surprising or different from what people think. Okay, now we go to um now we go to alternative facts. Okay, alternative facts definition. Okay, let's see. Um all right, let's see. Um yeah, let's hold on a minute here. Okay, so alternative facts, of course, has to do with falsehoods, untruths, delusions. Um, an alternative is one of the choices in a set of given options. Typically, the options are opposites of each other. So to talk about alternative facts is to talk about the opposite of reality, which is delusion, or the opposite of truth, which is untruth. So there goes your difference right there. All right. Now, um, what else we got going on here? Oh, oh, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, man. I've been waiting to talk about this story. I've been waiting to talk about this story for a long time. This is why I named the episode Wet Air, because it has to do with a Fox 5 correspondent, Rosana Scotto. So this is what's going on here. Rosana Scotto got a special surprise from a four-legged guest on Monday when a horse took a leak during a live interview. Scotto was wrapping up a segment for Good Day New York with Manda Calamian and her horses Pila. Clearly unable to hold it in, Pila let it loose and splashed urine all over the ground, sending Scotto scrambling to save her stilettos. Oh my gosh. Lucky for all involved, the Fox 5 host had a good sense of humor about it, laughing the incident off. She later wrote on Instagram, "Is it hashtag good luck when a horse, hashtag pee on you, happy, happy, hashtag Monday, hashtag horse of Instagram, pee, hashtag pee like a racehorse." Oh shit. The New York host had actually been interviewing the two about saving wild horses in honor of National Day of the Horse on Monday. Wait, National Day of Horses? Sheesh. despite being despite being a little wet, that's why I called it wet air. It looks like it turned out to be a happy Monday after all. So there you go, right there, though. Oh Lord, that has to be one of those things, man. Ah, oh my goodness. Um. Okay. What else we got on the thing here? Oh, we gotta talk about the price gouging of Netflix. Yes, I said it, folks. The price gouging of Netflix. Okay. Hold on. Hold on a minute here. Okay, skip this ad. Okay. Okay, Netflix price hike, the math behind the plan. The streamer appears to be reorienting around maximizing average revenue per user for its 74 million plus US and Canadian subs. Okay. When when Netflix raises the price of its streaming packages, Wall Street takes notice. So when the streaming giant raised prices on its plans in North America by between one to $2 on January 14th, basic plans will be $9.99, which is $10. And the next tier will be $15.49. The immediate reaction from the market was positive. Its stock price jolted upward. The argument in favor of higher prices is that they underline the breadth of programming and value of the service, while boosting cash that can go into financing or acquiring content. When Netflix last raised prices in late 2020, its subscriber count only continued to grow. Um, um, the global slandemic likely helped. Earnings and average revenue per user, helped by price increases, are becoming more important to Netflix's stock performance. Wells Fargo analyst Stephen um, Cahal suggested last year. And the analyst also believes there may be a connection by price changes and subscriber retention. Cahal on January 18th highlighted that management's decision to raise prices could be a positive sign for recent subscriber trends. No, it's not. We think Netflix tend to raise prices when churn is low, and this could stimulate more bullish views around fourth quarter 2021 and 2022 net ads, he wrote. You got to be shitting me. Evercore ISI analyst Mark Mahaney echoed that in a January 16th report, saying, in quote, "We view this price hike as coming from a position of strength, likely supported by strong engagement and viewership in the fourth quarter. But given increased streaming competition from companies like Disney, Warner Media, and Viacom CBS, some investors worry that Netflix has less pricing power, meaning that it can't push up the monthly service cost without losing some subscribers through ever volatile churn." Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Credit Suisse's um, Douglas Mitchelson commented on price hikes even before they were announced, pointing out investor concerns that Netflix will have a harder time raising prices when there is more competition in the marketplace. But he also highlighted a counterpoint, arguing that Netflix's usage would suggest the service is a very cheap entertainment option, even for international households. That that value-driven positioning allows the company to structure its pricing from a global perspective, offering cheaper plans in markets where it needs scale, while raising prices in mature markets to drive cash flow. Yeah, I don't know about that though, right there, man. I really don't know about that one. I really don't know about that one. Um, Okay. With the latest moves, Netflix appears to be reorienting its US Canada market around maximizing ARPU, which stands for average revenue per user. The gold standard of subscription revenue metrics, Netflix refers to it as average revenue per membership. That sounds like gaslighting to me. That sounds like gaslighting, but anyway, according to the company's last quarterly financial report, North America already had the highest ARPU in the world at $14.68, up from $13.40 a year earlier. The new price hikes will only drive that figure higher. Um, At the same time, the company is investing in lower cost offerings in Latin America, where its ARPU was $7.86 per user last quarter, and parts of the Asia Pacific region, where it was $9.60. Just last month, Netflix slashed prices in one huge market where it has relatively low penetration. India lowering the price of the basic plan from $6.60 to $2.60, and its mobile only plan to under $2. The standard plan was cut to $6.60 from $8.55. The consulting firm um, Omdia estimated last month that Netflix only had 4.4 million subscribers in India compared to 74 million in the US and Canada. Um, Many of Netflix's competitors, meanwhile, are seeking their ARPU decline globally as they seek scale in North America and expand into new markets. Disney Plus's ARPU fell 9% to $4.12 per subscriber in fiscal Q4, while HBO Max's ARPU began to fall in Q3 2021 following the launch of the less expensive ad supported tier last June. It ended Q3 at $11.82 per subscriber. That increased cash flow and pricing power coming at the same time as um, many competitors see their ARPU fall. So just a bullish few years ahead for Netflix despite the competitive landscape. BMO Capital Markets analyst Daniel Salmon argued January 7th. Oh shit. Salmon. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Um, oh my gosh, that's crazy right there. Um okay. Increases in the US, Canada, and South Korea show continued pricing power, Salmon wrote, end quote. This supports the expanding free cash flow profile on which more investors are focused at the high multiple businesses have been revalued. He forecasts that the company will start generating consistent positive free cash flow during 2021 and drive substantial growth through 2030, which is a long time from here, when we estimate free cash flow reaches $24.8 billion. The question for Netflix's competitors is whether they can get the scale needed to raise their ARPU accordingly. Oh boy. Not a lot of people are happy about the whole the whole price gouging of Netflix's um service and shit. But I'm not a Netflix user, but there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be having some ways to actually do their thing. I mean, you can't really expect people to be like, paying so much money, and this company has plenty of money, but you want to be price gouging and shit. Like, come on, man. Like, don't act like you don't got enough money to begin with. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Let's see how we actually what other topic? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to talk about the whole hang on a minute here. Did I even talk about the Travis Scott thing? No, I didn't really talk about that. The interview. Um, I did not talk about that. Ain't that something? Hmm. Um, Wait a second. You know what? Let's do hold on, let's do Travis Scott's interview. Is that even okay? Travis Scott interview. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, he trying to look for the story. Hold on a minute here. You know what? You know what? Hang on a minute here. Hold on a minute here. This was from last year, but I don't think I want to really talk about that. Um, okay, I'll probably save this for another time, actually. Now, I do want to actually go to. All right, let's go to Metro Boomin. Um, okay, Metro Boomin, huh? Damn, damn. There's no. Hold on a minute here. Hold on. Let me look up this story real quick. Metro Boomin News 2022. Okay. Um. Okay. Hang on a minute here. Hang on for 1 second. All right. All right, well, let me go with the most recent. All right. Okay, so Hit Boy said on multiple occasions his 2022 is going to be stellar. Hip Hop DX's 2020 producer of the year just surprised dropped another Nas collab project on Christmas Tiled Magic and mentioned King's Disease 3 is on the way. The veteran producer also noted he's currently sitting on an album's worth of material from Rowdy Rich, The Game, Snoop Dogg, and Don Toliver. Um, Despite Hit Boy's massive assertions, Metro Boomin took to Twitter to say he's also gearing up for a massive year, and similarly to Hit Boy, he plans to drop more than once in 2022. Bro, give us music. We hungry, okay? A fan tweeted to the Savage Mode producer. Metro reshared the tweet and simply wrote, I'm dropping so many times this year, bro. I got you. Metro Boomin hasn't released a project since 2020 Savage Mode 2, but while celebrating the project's 1 year anniversary last October, he teased he's chipping away at a sequel to his solo album, Not All Heroes Wear Capes. The beatmaker shared a photo of himself into the studio with the words Heroes 2 scribbled on a whiteboard seen in the background. A closer look review revealed song titles such as Drunk, Popular, and Lonely, along with mentions of Brent Fayez, Don Tolliver, James Blake, and ASAP Rocky, the latter of whom was already spotted in the studio with Metro Boomin in 2021. Not All Heroes Rare Capes was released in November 2028 and featured appearances from Drake, Travis Scott, Future, 21 Savage, Young Thug, Gucci Mane, and more. The album debuted at number one on the Billboard 200 and has since been certified platinum. Wow, that's actually a good thing. Okay, speaking of good, okay, 50 Cent. Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay, so um, this is according to the New York Post. Haters think they can put 50 Cent to shame. Fat chance. The rapper has been mercilessly blasted with fiery fat jokes and body shaming bombs since Sunday when he rocked the Super Bowl halftime show with an upside down performance of In the Club. The iconic hanging stunt he debuted in the 2003 video for the smash hit. Despite the 46-year old's ability to effortlessly execute the physical feat for fans almost 2 decades later, cyber critics and wannabe comedians were focused on Fiddy's apparent weight gain. 50 Cent got fat now. He a dollar, tweeted a heckler. 50 Cent out here looking like a fat bat pinned another juror alongside alongside a screenshot of the Wankster rhymer suspended in the air. Oh man. Timeline trolls even teased the veteran rapper by backhanding him with his renowned, renowned "I love you like a fat kid loves cake" lyric from his love ballad 21 questions. Oh shit. Oh man. But 50 is eating it all up. Rather than retaliating against his rude Weight Watchers, the candy shop crooner took advantage of the social media attention by promoting his new line of G Unit streetwear. Get your G Unit tank tops and headbands now, 50 plastered on Twitter amid the digital fat shame reign. The Queens native also sidestepped the shade by sharing a meme that begged him and his halftime show co-stars Dr. Dre, age 56, Mary J. Blige, age 51, Snoop Dogg, age 50, Eminem, age 49, and Kendrick Lamar, age 34, to headline a collaborative tour. Oh man, that's crazy. And while 50 was making the most of the messy moment, his online supporters defended him against the chubby white cracks. What psychological delusion leads some to believe 50 Cent is fat? I don't I don't even give a fuck about 50. But this is ridiculous, argued an ally. People tried to clown 50 during the Super Bowl, saying he got fat, knowing damn well most of them aren't in the same shape they were in 20 years ago either, said another. Representatives for 50 Cent did immediately respond to the post request for comment. Well, actually, that is a good way to clap back at the fucking online flizzies. Yes, I did watch the halftime show for Super Bowl 56. I did not expect 50 Cent to be in the performance lineup until I actually saw him hanging upside down. Because everybody remember hold on. Cause everybody remembers him. Um everybody remembers him from the video in the club, which is a party single. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, man. And I didn't even know he was in his 40s though. And he's still doing his thing, man. Not just with music, but with the acting thing and being an executive producer for all the shows that he's doing, like the Power Book 2, Power Book 3, and then Power Book 4, which I'm not really too sure if I'm actually gonna get into all that. Only because, I don't know, man. Like the thing with hood TV shows, like I'm not like I used to be into Snowfall a little bit though, man. But other than that, man, like it just seems like it just seems like, um it just seems like there's some stuff that kind of changed. The story just changed, man. You know what I mean? Like, no offense to anybody that's watching Snowfall and all that other stuff that's coming out today and all the other shit and stuff like that. But at the same token, man, like these are fictional characters here, man. You know what I mean? These are fictional characters here, man. And if you don't worry about what you hear in the background. Don't worry about that. But anyway, man. Anyway, man, let's get on to the next story right here. Um, so now I'm gonna have to do a story in place of the Travis Scott story. So um this is gonna be about Rick Ross, man. Um, all right. So hold on. Listen, I just talked about the whole Netflix thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I just talked about it, man. Were you paying attention? Like, come on. Stay with me here. Yo, come on now. Um, anyway, man. So we gotta talk Rick Ross. So one of the unwritten rules in hip hop is everyone has to start somewhere, right? That was the case for Rick Ross, who always takes time out of his day to speak about his remarkable journey to the top of hip hop's elite. Over the weekend, the biggest boss took to his social media with a video of him explaining one of his earlier brand collaborations with Diddy's famous Ciroc vodka. According to Rose, he initially promoted Ciroc for a whole year without receiving a single dime. But that wasn't a bad thing, as Diddy blessed him for sticking the course. I was once an unpaid brand ambassador for Ciroc for a year, plus taking pics, posting, etc. Already a huge artist. Rick Ross wrote in the video. Following year, Diddy gave me a $1 million check just for taking the initiative and going hard as I did when no one else was. Ross continued to explain the secret to brand partnerships is to establish yourself as someone with value. People need to show what they bring to the table in order for collaborations to work. When you go to a job and they give you an interview, they actually want to see what are you coming to the table with. Ross said in his video, "What are your gifts? What makes you unique? Or are you just a standard individual that can mop and sweep?" Well, I don't know about that one right there. I don't know about that one right there. I don't know about that one right there though, man. That's crazy though. Um, Rick Ross' mindset of proving your worth has led him to a lot of bags over the years. He has since become an influential brand ambassador for Luck Bel Air and even recruited Jay Leno to plug their new blue bottle last year. Wow. Wow. Big ups to Rick Ross and the collaboration, and of course collaborating with Jay Leno, which I didn't even know I didn't even know he knew this guy. So congratulations, man. Yes, speaking of congratulations, we gotta talk Benny the Butcher. Hold on for 1 second. Um, all right, here we go. Benny the Butcher recently stopped by Power 105.1 to spit a freestyle over Beanie Siegel's classic Get Down from his 2001 album, The Reason, live on DJ Clue's radio show. The, the Griselda rapper took on the Just Blaze instrumental for around 2 minutes. I'm a real life villain without a script. Got me feeding like I'm the shit. Benny raps. As far as I as far as rap go, I made millions without no hits. If she for the streets, I'm not in my feelings about no bitch talking foundations. How you gonna build one without no bricks? I went harder as soon as they told me it can't happen. Griselda set the bar as high as buildings in Manhattan. Benny posted the clip on Instagram with the likes of Royce the 5'9", and Freeway among those flooding the comments with fire emojis. As someone who's signed to Rock Nation through a management deal, Benny the Butcher is continuing to pay homage to a Rockefeller staple before him. The Buffalo native previously rapped over Beanie Siegel's 2000 song Die from his The Truth album in March 2021. Benny the Butcher is getting ready to drop his new album, Tana Talk 4, on March 11th after wrongly confirming February 11th as the release date. He initially told the Breakfast Club, I'm going to say this date anyway. I don't know. Should I say this date? November? I mean, I'm smoking that good shit. Motherfucking February. What's the next month? I'm high as fuck. 11th, February 11th. Days later, Benny the Butcher hopped on Instagram Live to reveal he announced the wrong date due to smoking too much weed. Tana Talk 4 dropping March 11th, not February 11th. He clarified, I smoked too much weed, say the wrong things. Sheesh. Damn. I don't know, man. Is this something that people usually do in radio interviews and stuff? I don't know, man. Oh shit. His latest single, Johnny P's Caddy, was released in January and serves as a collaboration with J. Cole. With the Alchemist on the production, the song earned Benny his first Billboard Hot 100 entry with its debut at number 72 on the chart. Okay. In other Benny the Butcher news, okay. So, all right. So, hey ho, Benny the Butcher is on the lookout for his Rockefeller chain. Okay, Benny the Butcher pulled up to the trio of the Breakfast Club to talk about his forthcoming Time Talk 4 album. During his visit, Benny revealed not only does he want a chain, he needs a feature from the GOAT as well. Charlemagne the God asked Benny had um has secured a feature from Hove yet. Benny replied, "No, I definitely sent him some shit," said Benny. Like, yo, what you think about this? Benny added, "No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He hasn't got on nothing yet." He would go on to state that Hove isn't focused on rap, but Benny is looking at it as an opportunity to secure his chain. I'm auditioning for that Rockefeller chain, Benny insisted. I need my shit. Oh man. Last week, Benny the Butcher gave the first taste of Tana Talk 4 with the J. Cole assisted Johnny P's Caddy. Today, the legendary DJ Premier has announced the release date after Benny pulled up on him with a preview. Um, so TT4, wow. Um, February 11th, Benny Butcher got me a preview. Listen, Premier tweeted, Benny's first project of 2022 is Tana Talk 4, the fourth installment of his influential Tana Talk series. Tana Talk 4 is the fourth installment of Benny's influential Tana Talk series. Tana Talk 3 was released in 2018 and quickly became a fan favorite, as well as The Crossroads, where Benny's blossoming street ethos drove him to his first chart success, and his buzz became unstoppable. Um, Benny enlisted the Alchemist and the Ringer to handle all the production for Tana Talk 4, and along with the introduction of his new project. Benny also released the first track and video from TT4, Johnny P's Caddy, which includes J. Cole, and is produced by The Alchemist. The single titled Johnny P's Caddy is extremely symbolic and personal for Benny, as it refers to the classic old school caddy that his father owned during his early years. Benny and Westside Gun used to ride around in the same caddy his father used to transport them around in and listen to music together, which would prove to be incredibly significant in molding Benny's musical palette. Any rapper will tell you when you are working with someone like Cole, it's like a match of wits. You gotta go crazy because you know he is. Iron sharpens iron, Benny commented. You want it to be an environment where someone has the presence to push you. It's dope. Of course, you could probably check yeah, you could check him out on YouTube as well too, man. And of course, you guys can follow him on the Instagram as well. So you can watch him in action with all the freestyles that he's doing. So there you go. Um okay. Let's see. Let's see what else I could actually um oh, okay. Another story has to do with Drake. Okay, Drake's bromance with NFL star Odell Beckham Jr. was on full display during the Super Bowl 56 celebrations on Sunday, February 13th. Following the Los Angeles Rams 23-20 victory over the Cincinnati Bengals, the sixth guy took to Instagram to congratulate his close friend and Rams wide receiver on winning his very first Super Bowl ring. Drizzy posted a slideshow of photos of him and OBJ from over the years and accompanied it with a heartfelt verse poem written specially for his Laugh Now, Cry Later co-star. I wish I got my flowers when everything wasn't rosy. How I'm supposed to smell them when everyone's being nosy. Pictures of me pictures of me victoriously day making with Abdul make me thankful that a trophy was never what made me cozy, Drake wrote. For now, I just want to feel something. After that, I want to heal something. And after that, I want to build something. But today, I just fulfilled something. Um, Odell Beckham Jr. reportedly earned in bonuses, $1 million in bonuses for bringing home the Super Bowl, but he isn't the only one celebrating a huge payday thanks to the Rams' victory. Drake also netted himself seven figures after winning two separate bets on the game. As revealed on Instagram last week, the Toronto native wagered $1.6 million, 1.6 Canadian dollars, roughly 1.26 million dollars in the US on the Rams Bengals game, including $600,000 on the Rams to win and an additional $500,000 on OBJ to score a touchdown. Ooh. Drake's first bet came through just over 8 minutes into the first quarter as Beckham Jr. caught a 17-yard strike from Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford to score the first touchdown of the game. Drizzy also had a $500,000 bet on his pal to rack up at least 62.5 receiving yards, but he only managed 52 yards in a curtailed appearance. The 29-year-old limped off the field late in the second quarter and didn't return after injuring his left knee. Coupled with his winning bet on the Rams' victory, Drake won a total of 1.981 million Canadian dollars, around 1.55 million dollars in the US from the Super Bowl showdown. When Odell Beckham Jr. was asked about Drizzy's sizable bets before the game, the NFL superstar told ESPN with a laugh, "Man, I've got to come through for him." Drake was among the array of hip hop royalty who attended Super Bowl 56, and he certainly arrived to Inglewood's SoFi Stadium in style. The Oval Sound boss turned heads as he pulled up with his crew in matching Nike NOCTA gray tracksuits. As for the Pepsi halftime show, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige combined for an unforgettable spectacle, complete with special appearances from 50 Cent and Anderson Paak. Wow, I didn't even know. I did not. Wow, Anderson Paak. I did see him. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, and that's pretty much. Hold on a minute here. Let's see if I miss anything. Hang on a second. Yep, I think that's it for this episode 117 right here, man. Hang on a sec. Now, if you guys like what you heard in today's episode, please feel free to make a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is G Money Stacks 555. That's $G, capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555. Once again, it's not about breaking the bank. It's not about breaking the bank and having a lot of money to show support. It's a it's about doing the best you can, and whatever amount you are comfortable with will be appreciated. So don't you forget that. All right. Now, let's do this, man. I want to do something a little early, actually. So I want to do a little something a little early. So let's go to um we're gonna go to podcast free game mechanisms. Yes, in this segment right here, this is where I actually talk about some free game on how to start a podcast. And for those of you who are interested in starting a podcast, um, like I'm doing right now with 3 podcast shows under my belt, I got you. So check this out. You need some key component equipment. All right. First and foremost, you need headphones. You also need a microphone. Now, it doesn't have to be anything too expensive, folks. It could be anything simple. It could be a Yeti microphone. It could be an Voxcon A800 microphone that I'm using, which I previously bought from Target, by the way. You can find microphones in your local stores like Best Buy, Target, Walmart. You could try Amazon as well. Um, I wouldn't really suggest. I would not suggest you guys go to Sam Ash because their equipment is expensive. So there you go, right here though. Um, so let's get to the nitty gritty of things. Um, if you have a unique title of a show that you would like to put that sticks to you, it gotta represent who you are and your identity and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, now, of course, you're gonna have some people that's gonna like the name of the show versus the ones that's not gonna like the name of the show. But who the fuck cares at this point? It's not about pleasing people. And another thing I want to actually add to this is that podcasting is not about pleasing the people. It's all about pleasing yourself and what you think about the topics with your thoughts, talks, opinions, and facts. All right? There's no need for you to overwhelm yourself trying to please people, okay? That's not what this is about, though. You know what I mean? So don't worry about other people. You know what I'm saying? And this is where I actually segue to StreamYard. Now, StreamYard is the software that I use to connect my YouTube channel pages on, especially this channel right here on YouTube, which is G Money Stacks 555, um, along with my other podcast shows, my sports podcast and my review show podcast. So, you know what I mean? I'll get to that in a sec. So, with the software, it has features where you could create talking points. You could create banners. You could create your own brand. All that other good stuff. And if you have an email address or an email address for the podcast show page, you could put either one. When you put either email addresses on there, um, you're gonna get an email from the people in StreamYard where it's gonna send you a login code with 6 numbers. You type in those 6 numbers. After you type in those 6 numbers, you should be good to go. You should be able to set up your own schedule on when you are planning to live stream on YouTube. Of course, you have your Facebook, your Twitch. I don't use LinkedIn, so I'm not gonna really recommend anybody to use that. So um of course, of course, I didn't forget you could put your websites on there as far as your businesses and of course the people, um, of course your social media handles. I didn't forget that one right there. Your social media handles where people could follow you and stuff like that. Um, and of course, where you can actually, let people know on. And another thing, you can also invite people to your live stream. All you need to do is send an invite link to the people with email addresses, phone numbers, and of course, your Instagram handles. You know what I'm saying? And also, with that, when a person clicks on the link, the invite link, if I see maybe 1 or 2 people or more, um, I will add you to the live stream, and I will actually um add you to the live stream so you could actually interact with me, so you could be able to chime in on some topics, whatever it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll see what happens though, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, let's see. What else did I forget? Um, I don't think I've forgotten anything else. I think that's it. I think that's it for that right there though. So, if you have a dream of being a podcaster like myself, man, with 3 shows underneath of my belt, don't let anyone stop you. Not your parents, not a production company, or anybody else for that matter who don't morally support your goals and dreams, because that's what it's about, following your goals and dreams and setting a path for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to have a perfect show or a perfect episode. Sometimes, there's always sometimes where people could actually, and it's okay to mess up sometimes though, man. You know what I'm saying? The thing about podcasting is that you get to have fun and you get to enjoy what you love to do. Now, I didn't start this podcast to be on TV, you know what I mean? Like, that wasn't really the goal, man. The goal was for me to actually gain a skill in um being a host and being a host behind the mic, which is what I'm doing, and I've been getting the hang of it for the past couple of months, and I'm kind of successful at the moment. But I don't have to. You don't have to tell people how great you are. You could show people. You could actually show them how great you are by your actions. Actions speak louder than words. You know what I mean? And I'm going to actually give myself a bell on that one. Hang on a minute. Hold on a minute here. I'm actually going to give myself a little bell on here. That was a wrong thing. Yeah. All right. Um Okay. Now we are going to go to our next segment right here. This has to do with where you can actually catch all the action, or where you could listen to the episodes of the podcast episodes. And this is what I like to call stream choices on the go. And y'all know what it is. You guys make sure you follow me at 17 Live at G Money Stacks, Queens, New York, alongside with alongside with with the Instagram handles of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, which is on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you follow my other podcast shows, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, and of course Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, the review show, and myself, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right. Now, make sure you turn your notifications on the gram too, so you don't miss a beat. You don't miss what I'm going to be talking about with each topic on a weekly basis. All right. And you guys know I don't like to give away spoilers on what topics I'm going to be talking about here, man. If you guys want to know, you got to tune in. You know what I mean? It's not that hard though, you know what I'm saying? All right. So, where you can listen to the episodes. Here we go. We are on Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and the newly added streaming platform, which is Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify. Don't forget to give a 5-star rating to Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. It'll be highly appreciated. We on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and don't forget to listen to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast episodes on Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music, radio, and podcasts. And last but not least, the YouTube. You go on the YouTube, grab the subscribe button, tap the noti bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes in the air via live stream. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Leave a like and a comment. Tell a friend to another friend. Share the videos, share the episodes. Spread the word to your friends, your workers at your job, career. And of course, don't forget to share the podcast along with the audio streaming platforms with the link that says linktree/GMoneyStacks555 so you don't miss a beat with your friends. All right. Share it with your friends. All right. Now, and I think that's gonna do it for me. Make sure you guys be careful out there. Make sure you have your hand sanitizers. Make sure you have your water with soap, water in the bottle, your Gatorade for energy and strength, and electrolytes. Of course, make sure you have your warm tea with honey, lime, or lemon. And also, another option is some hot chocolate with some marshmallows. If any, you can add some, which is the insulation of inspiration. All right. Also, if you guys have any questions, any comments, anything you want to say on there, make sure you leave a all right, when you go to the link that says linktree/GMoneyStacks555, you're gonna see a section where it allows you to leave a voice recording message. So leave a voicemail message in the anchor section where you're gonna tap on the link where it says, where it's gonna have the page of the show's page, which is Anchor, and it's gonna have where it says support, where it has message. You're gonna tap on message. You tap on message, and it's gonna have a little box where it says you can record your voice recording message and stuff, and what you thought about the topics and any questions you have or anything like that. This is your opportunity. For the listeners out there from all over the world, Canada, the USA, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus don't forget the 5 boroughs of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens, New York. Thank you so much for tuning in and rocking with me. I appreciate every single one of you who tuned in to the show. And of course, I'll be back for another episode, which is episode 118 in a couple minutes. So, so peace and one love. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. And you guys have yourselves a good night.